This guy is selling a GMC, says it's like new, needs a little work. Comes with all the factory accessories that we see in the back here. The factory lantern, in case you have to change a tire at night. The heavy-duty water pump, in case you're pulling heavy loads. Might have to vacuum out the interior though. Still has the original mirror. I've heard of the 150, the 250. Didn't know they made a 450. Learn something every day. We have a more modern GMC truck to show you. Let's roll it out of the garage and take a look. A 2019 GMC Sierra Denali. Says so right here in the tailgate. I've been thinking about looking up the dictionary and see what the word Denali means, but for our purposes it means more expensive. In fact, while the base GMC Sierra starts around $29,000, this one was a wee bit more, as you can see. And had this nice shiny paint all waxed and washed, and then the cat came along last night. Look at this. Paws everywhere. Muddy paws. You're going to get it when I catch you tonight. There are three basic engines in the Sierra line, the 4.3 liter V6. Then you have a 5.3 liter V8 putting out 355 horsepower, hooked to an 8-speed automatic. Then you have this one, the 6.2 liter V8, 420 horsepower and 460 pounds-feet of torque. Here's the fuel economy rating. We'll be doing lots of driving to get the real-world figures, so you don't want to go away. According to GMC, there are two other engines on their way. A small 4-cylinder turbo, if you want something like that, and a 3-liter diesel, if you do a lot of towing. I don't have any specifications on those, they're not out yet. But that gives us a total of 5 engines overall. That is unless you move up to the Monster 2500 series trucks, but we will not be discussing those in this video. By the way, last I was told, if you want the 6.2 liter, you have to take 4-wheel drive. It's not available in 2-wheel drive. You might want to check with the local dealer with that, because specifications have a way of changing. If you do get 4-wheel drive, it's a nice setup. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive low and high for off-road, and automatic all-wheel drive for the street. One feature that separates the GMC trucks from their Chevy brothers, you get adaptive ride control, where the suspension adjusts to driving conditions. We'll be testing that a little bit later to see how it works. If you're into trucks, you know that in order to save weight, Ford has gone to an aluminum bed. GMC has gone a different route. You can order the optional carbon fiber bed, which saves a lot of weight, is less prone to dings. Unfortunately, this is not it. This is an early production truck, but you can order it on later production vehicles. But right now we're going to concentrate on this nice tailgate design. So right now we have a one-piece. Press the magic button, the top half folds down. Press another button, you have a cargo stop, so those wood panels won't slide out on the street. Press another magic button, you now have a set of steps to walk up into the bed. It can carry up to 300 plus pounds. So if you're on Weight Watchers, you don't have to worry. This is a pretty nice feature. Won't be a matter of time before all trucks have this, I'm sure. Pay attention, this is very important if you are in the habit of installing a trailer hitch in here. Then do not get in the habit of lowering the tailgate to use as a step. And here is why. There's only a couple of inches of clearance between the step and the insert. Not only will the trailer hitch damage the tailgate, it will damage all these sensitive electronics here, the cameras, these buttons. Not only is this tailgate very expensive to replace, the labor for Mr. Goodshaft to hook up all the connections for the camera and so forth isn't cheap either. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars here. But hey, if you can afford the Denali, you can afford good insurance, right? So remember, steps come down, hitch comes out. And if you're in the habit of loaning your truck to alcoholic relatives for their next hunting or fishing trip, you might want to play it safe and take the hitch off yourself. Okay, I went to Home Depot, got some 4x8 sheets of wood and other stuff. Let's see if it fits in the magic bed here. Well, almost, but I seem to be a few inches short. Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Tailgate down. 8 feet on the nose. Unless I'm doing something wrong, it looks like if you're hauling something 8 feet long, we're going to be short about 4 inches. I'm not in the business of hauling construction materials, so I'll just give you the specs and let you figure that out for yourself. These LEDs look pretty cool. We're going to take these out in the dark and see how they work. In fact, we'll do that right now, as we do in all of my videos. It's dark enough, let's take these headlights out and see how they perform. Look pretty bright to me. Here we have the low beams on a wall 100 feet away. Bright enough. High beams, definitely bright enough. Here we have the brights on a building 300 feet away. Nice wide spread. Good height. Go to low beam. Barely reaches out. More than adequate lights. No problems whatsoever. So let's take a look at the cabin, which has some features I like and some features I don't like. On the positive side, lots of room back here for your rear seat passengers. A nice secret compartment for hiding all your gold and cash. 2 glove boxes. A monster-sized cargo bin between the seats. A nice gauge cluster. My favorite thing about the interior on the Sierra is you get lots of simple buttons and knobs. None of this finger touch garbage you get on these computer screens. Everything you see here, from the radio control, climate control, alternative controls, that can be reached without taking your eyes off the road. If I want to change the temperature, just reach down, a couple clicks. Very simple. Same over here with the all-wheel drive and lighting controls. Very simple knobs, the only way to do it. Also in a big truck, we need big mirrors, like on the right side door here. On the left side door over here. Unfortunately, this is kind of ruined by this little dinky girly mirror we have over the dash. I mean, come on. Where'd they get this? Out of a smart car? I know I'm going to get an email from somebody telling me my little girly comment is sexist. I'm such a bad person. By the way, do you know if you made a comment like that in England and posted it on YouTube, the police will actually come out and arrest you? I'm not making that up. Look it up. Another thing I didn't care about was the pedal location. I think they're way too close to the driver. I had to push the steering wheel all the way back and the seat way back. And bear in mind, I'm only 5'9". You would think for 67 grand you could get power adjustable pedals, but I looked on their website and it appears that power adjustable pedals are no longer offered at all on 2019 GMC trucks. Don't know what that's about. Hope it changes. And last but not least, I had the upgraded interior that lists wood and aluminum trim. Where is it? There's a little stretch on that door. In on this door, and this is it. Come on. Doesn't even look like wood. It looks like plastic. I guess we have a little bit more here. I find this rather odd because GMC redid the interior for 2019. Clean sheet of paper. But I guess luxury was not on the list. Alright, first half of the video, show and tell. Second half of the video, we're going to do some driving. And get some fuel economy figures. In fact, here's some figures for you right here. I did 38 miles driving for the past couple days in stop and go heavy traffic. 11.4, my goodness. Combine that with a 24-gallon tank, I don't think I'm going very far. In fact, when I filled it, it said 310 miles. Oh well, who cares about gas mileage when you have a fantastic, powerful engine like this? Yeah, go baby, go. Lots of towing ability with that power plant. Brake pedal's a little mushy, but you'll get used to it. The power steering doesn't have much feedback, but it's quick and light enough, so I don't think anybody will complain. The factory is telling us to run 36 pounds of air in the tires. If you press the right button, the correct tire pressures will show up on your instrument panel, like so. Like we do in all of my test vehicles, we're going to drive over some speed bumps. See how this adaptive ride suspension works. Ooh, that was a nasty pothole. Speed bump number 1, pretty smooth. Speed bump number 2. Number 3. And the big nasty one. Pretty good. But that big pothole back there, wow. Did pretty good on that one too. By the way, you have a knob here. If you turn it, you can select the driving mode. Like so, touring, sport, off-road, towing. I've been driving in the sport, and that's all we had when we went over the speed bumps. I think for most of my driving, I'm going to switch over to the touring. We're going to reset the mileage computer and do some highway driving, see if we can bump these figures up a bit. There we go. This is expressway driving around 65 miles per hour. We're going to pull over and see what our figures are. Well, here you go, 24 miles, 17.4. We're going to reset the computer and do another freeway test, although we're going to be doing 75 miles per hour and more miles. Get this dust off of here. Dusty today. Here we go, 50 miles at 75 miles per hour cruising, 17.0 mpg. More to come. Since this is a four-wheel drive, it's only fair we do some four-wheeling. So I take out in the desert, get some fresh air. Let's see, we'll put this in the off-road mode. I don't know what that does, but we're off-road. I guess we'll find out. It's always nice to have a servant with a machete to chop down all these nasty bushes that are trying to scratch my paint. We're doing pretty good considering we're not in four-wheel drive yet. My home away from home. So we made it to the top of the hill without any drama. And there's some scenery for you. My executive mansion is on top of the hill there. We're going to have to kill some trees so they won't scratch my paint. I like keeping my trucks mint condition. I'd like to show you more off-roading video, but they want this truck back in mint condition. No scratches, no bumps, no dings. So I'm rather limited on what I'm going to be doing with it out here. Just came to check the mining claim and go back to town. So as soon as I do my monthly check of the water tank, we'll be on the freeway doing more fuel economy testing. This is where the border runner cartels dump their bodies, so we need to make sure there's nothing in here. Just kidding. We just got off the freeway. We finished our fuel economy test. We did go slightly downhill, so our fuel figures should be slightly better. Let's see what it says. Okay, our return highway trip, 20.3 mpg. If you add the other two fuel economy tests we did on the expressway and freeway, it averages out to around 17 to 18 miles to the gallon. And if you combine the city MPG and the highway MPG, that would give you a mixed economy of around 15 to 16 miles to the gallon. In 274 miles of driving, highway, mixed commuting, city, this is the figure we're seeing thus far. Typical for a large V8. So after a week of driving, what's my take on the GMC Sierra Denali? I was definitely impressed with the build quality, but GMC's always been pretty good at slapping trucks together. No rattles or any other imperfections were found. The adaptive control suspension does work, but not radically so. I didn't see that much difference between the sport and comfort mode. If you have it, you'll like it. If you didn't get it, you'll be okay. And as always, the 6.2 liter V8 provided gobs of power, as it always has, even more so now with the 10-speed automatic transmission. If you're looking for a truck that's got passing ability and can haul heavy loads, this is the engine to get. The last 6.2 V8 truck I had got 13 to 19 mpg. I expected a bit more on this vehicle, especially with the 10-speed automatic over the 8-speed, but in this case it just wasn't so. If you don't need four-wheel drive or you're not towing, the 5.3 V8 is more than adequate for any use you have. But both V8s are good engines, just take your pick. If I wanted a full-size truck, I would consider a GMC Sierra, but I think I would get less options. The $67,000 price tag is a bit steep for me. But again, with the base price of around 30 grand up, you can choose the options you want. Here are some links to other trucks we've tested recently. Just click and watch.